Hey everyone, how are you? Do me a favor before we get started. I need you to hit this like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. So, I am going to rank real estate according to the best investment strategy, and we're going to talk about wealth creation. So, number one, the best. What is the best strategy? Feel free to leave your comments. Also, check me out on IG, elevation underscore mentor. Right. So, the number one strategy. Number one is buy and hold. Reason being, these are your best loan terms. Also, with buy and hold, you are building wealth through appreciation. Of course, you have to buy in an appreciating area. Some areas are appreciating, others are not. So, you're going to research that beforehand. Am I buying area? So, your realtor will be able to help you with that. Also, doing your own research as far as that. So buy and hold. So you can purchase properties from land banks, if you will, or you can get them from, say you're just starting out, you can get them from areas that you consider to be affordable as long as they are appreciating areas. So you'll make sure that they are appreciating areas, and that is where the wealth creation is. It's in the appreciation. So that is number one, buy and hold. All right, number two. Number two is short term rentals. So that's when you buy property and you list them on Airbnb and VRBO. There are other websites also. So short term rentals are number two. They do have more cash flow than your buy and hold. However, the income can be inconsistent. So with short-term rentals, this is something that you would do if you don't really need consistent income because it can be inconsistent at times. That comes with things like vacancies, since this is short-term rental, Airbnb. So even though the cash flow is higher, it can also be inconsistent. It's also service intensive. So, short term rental, you have to be willing to be in the hospitality industry, if you will, provide service. Of course, you can hire someone to take that over for you, but it is more service intensive. So, number two, short term rental. Number three, multifamily. Multifamily. So multifamily is good because you have the tax benefits. Also, with the multifamily, in the event that there is a vacancy, there are still other people there um, paying the rents. With multifamily, you have to pay a higher down payment, right? So there's a higher down payment involved, um, a higher mortgage involved that needs to be covered. All right. So next best after multifamily, wholesale. Wholesale. So wholesaling. Wholesaling involves things like calling on the phone. So you're going to be on the phone. You're going to be door knocking, um, putting in a lot of legwork, a lot of footwork when it comes to wholesaling. So the thing about wholesaling is you're essentially still working a job because there's no equity and no appreciation with things like wholesaling, right? Next after that is flipping. So the same thing with flipping, there's no equity, no appreciation. Also, unexpected repairs. There are people who have $1 million flipping businesses. However, with flipping, you're essentially still working. Like this is it's it's still a job, right? So, unexpected repairs. People generally use hard money lenders to get into flipping because hard money lenders will cover the flipping. Generally, the term is like 1 year. And with flipping, you're still working. So, doing things like wholesaling and flipping, you're still working. As opposed to your number one investment, which is buy and hold, you do enough buy and holds. You get to the point where you don't have to work again, right? So wholesaling and flipping is still a job, all right? Next, after that is syndication. Syndication. So syndication is when you hand over your money to someone else. Perhaps this is a huge apartment building. Commonly, you're handing over like $50,000 to be a limited partner in an apartment building, for example. So the thing with syndication, you don't really have a say so in what's happening. Also, you are depending on this person that you gave your money to that they're going to do the right thing. So there's a possibility that you will never see this money again. However, if you end up giving it to someone who is trustworthy, then syndication could be beneficial. But you are taking that risk. Is this person trustworthy or is this person not trustworthy? So some people do syndications to become limited partners in things like apartment buildings. All right. Let's see. Lender. Being a lender, a lender. So being a lender, you are hands off and you are loaning money to other people and you are collecting interest. So that's another way to be in real estate. So as far as being a lender, being a lender is fine if you have loads of cash and you are just looking for another way to generate income. You would be generating income through this interest. You would also be helping other people to build their portfolios. However, with being a lender, there is no tax benefits. So that would be one of the only disadvantages of being a lender. So being a lender is pretty safe because you always have that collateral. Like if they don't pay you, then you could take their property, things like that. Okay, so outside of being a lender, there are things like subject to. Subject to. So what is subject to? Subject to is essentially you are taking over somebody else's loan. And the advantage of that is that you are getting their interest rate. And generally, they have a low interest rate because they bought that property a long time ago. So a long time ago, interest rates were 3%. So, say for example, you're looking for a property, you go find a seller, you take over their property, and you get their 3% interest rate. So the disadvantage of subject to is that it is cash intensive. It requires a lot of cash, right? So it sounds good. You're getting this low interest rate, this 3% interest rate. You're taking over someone else's loan, so you don't have to worry about getting a bank loan. You're going directly to them and taking over their loan. However, it's cash intensive. So, all right. So, let's see. Lastly would be land. Land. So, there's not a lot of competition for land if you notice, people are looking for property versus land. Um, the thing about land is that you can't really finance it. You also have to pay property taxes. But owning land is owning land is always good. Um, all right. So after land is commercial real estate. Commercial real estate are things like office buildings, strip malls, um, warehouses. So with commercial real estate, commercial real estate is not doing well. They are closing. They're having difficulty right now. It also requires a higher down payment. So that would be last when it comes to the ranking for real estate investment strategies. So just to recap, ranking real estate investment strategies from the best to the worst. I'm going to start with number one, buy and hold. Number two, short term rental. Number three, multifamily. Number four, wholesale. Number five, flipping. Six, syndication. Seven, lender. Eight, subject to. Nine, land. And 10, commercial property. Right? So everyone is out here doing their own thing. The choice is up to you, whatever you decide to do. I would say that whatever you decide to do, it's better that you do something, right? Better that you do something as opposed to the vast majority of the population, which is doing nothing. All right. Just some things to keep in mind. Also, if you're interested in joining a real estate group, check out this link below and join the waitlist to the real estate group. Also, check out the pin link below. All right. So before you leave, I need for you to do me a favor. I need for you to hit this like button. Also, if you're not a subscriber, I need for you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not leave, so that you won't miss the episode. All right. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. And on your way out, hit that like button. All right. See you next time.